everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Cardinals coming in at 1-5, going up against the Seahawks, who come in at 4-3.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Arizona Cardinals. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on the game's opening play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Wilson on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is knocked down from the side near the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on second down, Wilson over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the play clock's running down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chandler Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
An update from Denver. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll look to throw here on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third down now following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Gone.
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Let's go!
Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Cardinals. J.J. Nelson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. But he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run. This is Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down. That's Cohen, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Come on, let's go.
Again, it's Cohen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They go play action with Brissett. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. off the toss. Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Come on, let's go! What? Ohio! 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 Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Procise. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Let's go! Ryan 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go. Green 39. Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. 18 yards the gain for number 18. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. I got one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go. 56. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They've gone to the second quarter now in Denver. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go. 1-9.
A first down throw for Brissett. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Brissett to throw on first. It's caught. Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. 1-9.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Brand 38.
Second down, Brissett. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And able to find John Brown. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Come on, let's go!
Brissett now on second down. Flush to his right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Brissett. It's complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Let's go!
A second down throw for Brissett. Pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Gun, Brissett. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Second down following the run.
Let's go.
Brissett sets to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Daniel Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is right through. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. Check 26. Check 26.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff. Johnson. Oh, he's got a little David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Procise. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. To throw, Brissett. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Brissett. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go. 1,
Here's Brissett. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll hand it off to Procise. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Brissett. He'll dump it off to Procise. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On the handoff, this is Procise. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. second down. Brissett. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Jacoby Brissett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
The drive starts with C.J. Prosise. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Nelson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Look to throw here. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39, Detroit.
Looking to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A second down carry for Procise. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Seahawks on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A give to Procise running right. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. In this one, you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice into Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.